Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Map number 2. We're going to Split here in the grand finals. Looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. Booster Seat Gaming going to try to force that third map after a disappointing loss. I mean, as expected here in the finals, we got a great back and forth between these two teams. But on the way, it just flows so naturally. On the way is on their way to claiming the finals here. Let's Booster Seat Gaming has something to say, but I got to do it. Before we let you talk, before we get into this, though, I want to thank our sponsors once again. Mike and Ike specifically. So take your candy game to the next level with a pack of Mike and Ike Original Fruits or Mike and Ike Mega Mix. The delicious, fruity, chewy flavors will help fill your game and power you up to keep playing at your best. Power up with Mike and Ike. So once again, we see Booster Seat Gaming. They're going to need some power up here, maybe some Mike and Ike themselves as looking to come back now on Split. It is their map choice, though. We saw them play in the previous series.
Yeah, and you know, this was a very back and forth map number 1, and Split is one of those maps in the pool that is almost like built for comebacks, right? You know, you go down big when you're on the attacking half, you switch over, and there's plenty of opportunities to make a big comeback. It's definitely a great map to go to now, especially because not a lot of people like playing Split, and the fact that they picked it shows that there is a level of comfort there that maybe is not on the other side of things.
Yeah, and definitely confident with it, as we're going through some highlights here on Haven, and there were plenty of highlights throughout. See a lot of the fist bumps going on too, but yeah, this was the final round to send it into overtime. Brock with that shock dart, you figured, okay, this is it. OTW is going to take it right here, and then Vic had another plan. Shock dart kill initially, coming to the Astro wall, cleans up 4 kills to send it to OT, but little did they know at that time, as hyped as they were for good reason. Unfortunately, did not matter in the end, even despite this play from Birdie. Like I said, both teams had some awesome frags throughout their game. And some great play, and again, they see the trash talk happening throughout, but in the end, OTW had the last say.
Yeah, I love it too, just because, you know, obviously we don't have the audio of the stage. That would be a little bit too much to handle while we're trying to cast the game. But going back and watching the last couple of rounds with that stage audio is such a good experience, because it does kind of feel like you're actually there listening to the players jaw at each other. And obviously, you know, some of these plays deserve it. And it's definitely a huge part of the game, being on land, being able to, you know, let the other team know what's up.
Definitely some intimidation factor there. But again, OTW not phased by it in the end. And they close it out, like I said. But yeah, going to be going to Split next once the players are ready and the admin gives the go-ahead to do so. So as far as agent selection goes, you know, some agents that maybe expect to see on this, Viper comes to mind certainly, but Raze is another one of those duelists, right, where it's, if you're going to see some Raze, certainly Split is one of those maps to expect the Raze on.
100%. And we have seen Booster Seat run the Raze on this map before, so definitely seems like a pretty safe call here. Verdi actually switched over to the Jet when we did see that happen. Joe Jambo took the Raze, and like you said, the Viper, of course, the Astra, you know, the standard fare. Obviously no Sova, going with the Sky most likely instead.
KO, I feel like, is potentially pretty good on this map as well, as a possibility. I don't know if either one of these teams are as comfortable. KO teams, we've seen a lot of Sky, so maybe that's what you'd expect to see instead of KO, but I wanted to at least think of a possibility to come here. But see the players in the lobby, and again, just a matter of time before we hit that go button. And good to go, get a view of behind the players and looking out towards the little bit of the crowd that's there, and just the venue in general and how awesome it looks. I see there's walking around, but that's where all the teams and players were competing yesterday in more of that group stage format. I said we had 16 teams going, 8 matches in total at the same time, and doing a good job of supporting that. Nerd Street Gamer, shout out to them. This is the Block in Philadelphia, more recent studio that was built. I remember when they had their launching of it, and within the last couple of months, I want to say, if not even that long. And how hyped it was to see all the pictures and everything. Now even get to see the live video footage of it, and getting to be a part of an event like this. It's, you know, first of many more to come, at least in this aspect. So
yeah, absolutely. I was taking a quick look at the stats, and I don't see any games on Split for on the way, so I really don't know what comp they're going to run, but it sounds like we're into agent select here, so we're going to find out shortly.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So taking a look at the left side, that is on the way. and what they're going to be playing, and it looks like that they're going to end up going a mirror match when it's all said and done.
Hyped it up, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're picking these agents. Hey, they look good. We'll pick these agents too. No, I'm sure it's their own line of thinking, but hey, it's understandable why the agents are selected. It's kind of predicted as well, right? You're talking about both the Jet and the Rays, Astra Smoker. We've seen plenty of Sky today, no different here, and then Viper, pretty much a necessity nowadays on a map like this. So,
yep. Yeah, I don't see any. I wouldn't necessarily trade out anything that they have for anything else. No, Sentinel is a little bit interesting. A lot of teams do like the Killjoy or the Cypher, perhaps, but obviously with the Viper Astra combo, it just it's a little too strong sometimes, especially and against these teams that like to go fast and hit very quickly as a group. The Viper Astra is pretty nasty to play against.
And you already, thinking about that too, it's like, in this case, you do have Sky for that detection aspect somewhat, so I know it's not as strong as a Cypher Killjoy detection by any means, or even the Chamber, but it's kind of like a halfway there, a happy medium, and then on top of that, you got Raze certainly as a duelist, but we've mentioned before, especially on this map too, there's a reason why Raze is popular on this one, like a Blind, for example, as well. These close quarters, that nade, as well as the boom bot can really help clear out areas and stall, if anything, from the other team from making a push in, especially on the defensive side. So I think that's where it's the lack of Sentinel isn't necessarily maybe the biggest deal for either side on split specifically, at least. But looks like we have a tech pause coming out to start. It's all thumbs up there, I believe, from one of the admins, though, and looks like they resume now. So good to go.
Good to go. I'm always so amazed at some of the keyboard positions and the way that these guys
oh my gosh so over the years I have seen there's getting some twisted keyboards there, but I've seen like literally vertical keyboards.
Oh yeah,
some of these players.
I think there's somebody on like Na'Vi who plays like that, like the CS Na'Vi.
Oh really? I've never seen that, but that's I don't know how they do it, but hey, whatever's comfortable, I suppose. And Verdi's comfortable going fast up mid. We saw this in their semifinal match. They love to just run up mid with Verdi, get an opening kill, and then play it from there.
You can see pretty good job though from on the way, taking some early map control. They got information that nobody's in garage. See the Viper playing up pretty close. Xander holding a tight angle here.
That's a very close angle. Right click's going to be of use. The fake flash, and Josh Demo gets the turning back. Stellar, though, holding from rafters. Gets two. They finally break through, but the nade on top of the Brock ghost kill. Verdi in the smoke runs into the right click classic. Just when you think BSG has all the momentum going into A site, it is quickly stopped.
Yep. I mean, that is one of the things that you kind of have to worry about for BSG is that once they commit to a site, they're just hitting that site, and they're hitting it as a team, and stuff like that. Raise nade, the Viper wall, the mollies can do a lot of damage to a bunch of players coming through a choke point like that.
All right, so BSG having to talk it over now. What do they want to do for round two? Verdi is going to go back to the Sheriff. Confidence right there, but he's a confident player. He'll be the first one to peek into B main. Might have a chance on Viper. Didn't go up all the way. Sitting back with that. And there you go. I was going to say sitting back with his Spectre, but Verdi's just, again, he's nasty.
I mean, the dude just walked through a Viper smoke, no flash, and one taps the Viper. What are you really supposed to do against that?
Yeah, not much. You kind of just hope that your teammates somehow kill him after your death. And, well, his teammates will get a couple kills in the mid. But still walking up mid is BSG. Look at this very tight angle for Verdi. As we see, not going to get a chance to at least yet, as no one's there in B heaven.
Gemma going exploring in the mailroom, but pretty low on life, so he needs to be careful, especially because he has the spike. Could get swung on here by Bang if he's not careful.
Oh, yep. Down to 22, but
one enemy
will
remaining.
life himself, as he mentioned. Not much to do. Verdi. Oh, almost went too
30
far.
seconds left.
Yeah, I ain't counting Verdi out.
I am. There's no chance.
All right, we'll see.
1,000
headshots. Okay. No, yeah, he never had a chance. Bang with 3 kills. 2-0 OTW. So, all right, but again, we see that aggressive mid play off the bat. So we'll see how maybe some early adjustments are made coming out from OTW. You know, they very aware now it's back-to-back rounds. Verdi's just either it's mid or into the B site. This goes quickly, so look for that fast jet play.
Yeah, this might be one of those spots where on the way is like, all right, let's get an operator up on J. Cruel as quickly as possible. And you can see him actually, just a sheriff now, might be saving for that operator next round, because one of the best ways to punish a super aggressive player.
Viper Orb at the top of the ramps there. Going to be thrown down, but Stellar. Talk about playing aggressive. Up there in the face with a Spectre in hand. Returns, sitting back, also has Boltsy nearby. And very default spread out strategy this time around for BSG. Oh, look at that angle from Vic. I'm like looking to the right of my monitor, expecting to be able to see more. That's just a very tight angle there. Okay.
Much slower pace here for BSG. Trying to catch on the way off guard a little bit, but on the way pretty happy to sit back, especially on split defense, and let BSG make the first move.
Cruel. You know he's over there. He jets across though. So 40 seconds remaining. Still no kills happening. Got to do something soon if you're BSG, and that something is entering towards B. The flash, no detection in B main.
Oh, look at the rotation.
You're right.
What?
They're faking.
Oh,
they're
it
hitting
was
B still.
The noise towards A heaven. Uh-oh.
Yep. That was so smart.
Wow, they bit really hard on that fake.
Yeah, I saw the mini-map. I saw what you were saying with Jet and Raze going through roast, but the other 3 were just sitting at the end of B main. They were just standing still.
Yep.
So beautiful play here.
Gemma going for an Omega flank. This might be a little bit too slow. Probably needs to come back towards heaven.
Oh, yeah.
But good payoff here.
Clearly they're suspicious that something's up. It has a chance now. Still no kills as we're halfway through the spike beam exploding.
Yeah, what a round. 3 players flanking through B main. Looks like they might even just play contain and try and kill the exiting players. Vic will be the first one to eventually go down. Never mind.
Oh, the firefight commences. Bang gets a couple, Bang gets a third. Oh, talk about eco damage. Okay.
That's huge.
It is. And he gets the Phantom for free.
Yeah, actually a really, really good round there. I mean, considering how badly that initial defense went, where they just went to the wrong site, gave up the plant for free, they end up killing 4 of the 5 players. Definitely hurts the economy for BSG.
Yeah, I'm looking, what are they buying here? Yeah, they have 2 Spectres, they got a Guardian. Yeah, I mean, and they just won that round. That damage certainly very, very good coming out from OTW. So J. Cruel is gonna slowly crab walk peek with that operator, and Vic is holding once again with the Guardian.
Yeah, he gives up the angle though and goes to re-peek. He's waiting. Okay.
Birdie just ran through the robot and got both of them. Oh boy. I love this guy.
Oh my god.
J. Cruel! Get some
I think his
help.
W key's stuck. Somebody get the admin in there. His keyboard's broken.
Tell him pause, quick. Oh, he gets the operator as well as a result, but look at the big picture. OTW still has 2 alive. Now we'll make it 1 thanks to Birdie. And not going to get the ace because Doljamo will open peek on a Brock and make it 2-2. But yeah, Birdie, what else more is there to say? This guy's just, yeah, you see, again, he's not afraid to speak at it. Love it.
Yeah, I don't have any words. It's funny. It's just funny because, I mean, I want to be able to do that. Just hold down W and kill everybody. I certainly don't have the aim to make that play. And you know, Jet is a special agent for sure.
Yes. He's gonna peek mid with that operator, picked up from the previous round. Making sure nobody's on the rope side, but Bang distracts from B Heaven. Yep. There's one, and it's a headshot. He's not gonna get another.
Gemmo.
Yeah, Gemmo is gonna try to push up now in front of the operator. Has a chance here. Gets it. Bang. I think he had a utility out.
Yeah. Bought out. Unfortunate timing for him there.
So B-site been claimed by PSG. J-Cruel trying to go for a lucky sheriff shot. Not going to happen. So Gemma does have Showstopper, but obviously they're in pretty good control here. Oh, Stellar. Okay. I think that could allow it to do a little bit of talk back.
Yeah, great shot there on the opper. Definitely still winnable here.
Vic.
Though Vic on the flank.
The timing.
It's actually
awkward.
good.
One
Timing.
enemy remaining.
Doesn't give his positioning away.
Wasn't for Vic. That could have got really interesting, but he had a great flank going. Made sure that round was won. So PSG 3-2. Playing the lead. And it's going to be back to buys, though, for OTW. Remember, that was a save round of sorts. Both teams have the operator now. Both Jets, that is. J. Kroll picks up again, and...
Right, they saved it over after Verdi died in the last round, so...
That's right.
See, J. Kroll likes to post up on that garage angle, but this time is in middle. Ooh, I like this. Coming out to the box. Unexpected, has not been here yet. Oh, the dog does not get broken, though. That's bad.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I thought it was actually killed, but almost exploding on top of Bang. That would have been damage.
Speaking of exploding, Showstopper comes out, but
It's
not
left.
finding damage.
Boltsy's just down here. How is nobody dead? Finally, we see kills happening. Vic got Bang. Bang with a nade kill on Vic, though. So an eye for an eye there. Boltsy still sitting in that same spot. Birdie, he's looking for the jump peek. Cannot hit the shoulder.
Rest
Gonna
in peace
trade.
to our observer after this match.
Right.
So chaotic.
How about that? Birdie switching with the operator, picks up the Vandal, because the operator did a teammate. Might as well have an operator at that point. And he gets another as well. The Showstopper kill on Xander. And it's just Astra. Stellar. 1 versus 3. Has Astro Wall. Has a star as well. Ooh. Jump peek there. Birdie.
Birdie's gonna peek out. Oh, just misses the shot.
There's dead gonna wrap around spawn, but Boltsy is waiting. Okay. Good shot there. Snake bite, just gonna run right through. Tickles.
One enemy remaining.
There's another.
Finds the timing. No time to defuse though, but certainly lots of economic damage done.
It was, but Verdi victorious. And stayed alive, I assume, yep. So keeps that Vandal. Unable to pick up the operator, though. We'll see if they buy one again or not, but back to Sheriffs for the side of OTW. But we're going to be seeing that 4-2 scoreline now for BSG. Yeah, this is a game where OTW is certainly fighting mid. I mean, they're not giving it up on defense, and we're once again going to see them contest. They got Bang as well as J. Kroll ready to go.
Yeah, who are they contesting? Nobody there for BSG. They're split up across A and B main. Very aggressive push up into A heaven. Spike is over towards B.
Yep. So just trying to distract. Gemma doing just that and more. Kills Bang. All the way up into heaven. Thanks to that Viper wall, allowing them to get in there. And J. Kroll, oh, you heard that. Yeah, might get a nice timing flank here. Oh, keeps going.
I need a blocking vision.
Anybody gonna turn around?
No! Oh!
Just at the right time for Churms there.
Wow. Meanwhile, Stellar gets 2, though. He actually landed that second shot in the end. And what a shot from Brock. These Sheriffs are clean across the board, but Bolty will kill Brock and finish the job there. But man, that got a little scary for BSG. Make it 5-2 though.
Yeah, these rounds they're winning are definitely not clean by any means, but they are racking them up here. 5 on the attacking side is pretty good on split. And realistically, if they win this next round, it could be an absolutely overwhelming first half.
So the shots again coming out, but yeah, so it's definitely still some economy damage being done, but OTW. Speaking of economy, back to buys. Jake roll with that operator headed towards A. Nobody in the B. Oh, there is somebody in the B in the top left corner there. Full C. Seekers gonna be thrown out, and it's gonna be fast B. Stellar in the back left is in trouble, but he manages to get the pull in and to get it to kill before taking out.
Honestly, not bad considering the situation he got put in there. Oh, the knife through the wall.
Yep. We've seen that tactic before. It's just Scott and open for the backstab, but bang, he's gonna get caught with a satchel out. J-Curl though, response out of the Gemma and Brock got Verdi. Germs launching down that Viper's pit. J-Curl jumping on top of it. Knows he's on the box, pings it out, has one teammate. He gets smokes, Jet's going in, J-Curl's going in, sprays through. Well played by J-Curl, Brock dies to Vic. And J-Curl just on point that round. 3 kills. The retake against the Viper's pit, and they get the defuse. 3-5.
Absolutely, J-Curl just exerted his will on that round. It seemed like it was all over once the pit goes down, but the spam kill and just the Jet movement, able to swing things back. That's actually a huge round for on the way to win. Now they have a very real chance at starting to build their own momentum and potentially even coming back in this half.
The buy situation, Verdi is going to be knives. 13-6-1 stat line for him, leading the way on the side of BSG. You got 9-7-2 for Stellar, playing that Astra. Team effort from across the board. Let's see, docking up mid. Gonna run right into the Jet and raise immediately. And Stellar mentioned he's on top of the frags. He's on top a bit more. He's there. They're rushing him.
He's got backup.
Yeah. Nice dashing into the wall. It's a little awkward, but got the kill.
It's just like complete autopilot. Players. Shot dash, shot dash.
There's a wall here, but don't care. And suddenly it's just Boltsy. And this was a buy round, wasn't it? So they're going to be back to the economy game next round. Is BSG. Boltsy, I mean, you thought about maybe saving, but he's kind of trapped here somewhere.
Back in market. I mean, obviously not gonna do that. Swings out. Okay, finds 1 kill, but goes down. Operator still saved for on the way also. And yeah, like I said, I mean, this is a real shot for them to come all the way back here in this first half and take the lead potentially.
Yep. Absolutely is. Let's talk about, I guess Verdi did go knives last round, so is able to buy this time around. But still, everyone else is struggling somewhat. A couple of Sheriffs, see a Spectre in there. There's that operator for J-Curl, though, on the side of OTW once again. Ultimates, they got Astral Wall and Seekers. Nothing for BSG. A hit. We haven't really seen an A hit yet, have we, for BSG? See if they go for it or not. They are. Verdi, do what he does best!
He's behind him!
Hello, Jet! What he got
Xander
killed. He actually didn't kill Jet? Wait, what? I am so confused right there. What did I just see? Anyways, we saw that J-Curl take on Astra, and Pang will finish it. They kill Boltsy. I don't know if we have a replay of that, but I thought for sure at least Verdi was going to get that 1 kill.
I almost feel like, do we switch to the player that Verdi dashed onto? And so we got, like, we saw Verdi's perspective, he dashes, and then all of a sudden we're switched over and we're watching them kill Verdi, who's the Jet.
Unless Xander just shot that quickly and killed him right before, so Macy right here. Oh yeah,
so
that we did.
That's
okay.
what happened. Yeah.
That
like,
makes
wait a
more
second.
sense. Wow, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So Brock happened to be in a great spot, and Birdie just jumped up there right in front of Brock. Oh boy, J. Cruel. Okay, dash. I was gonna say, where's the dash? Oh, Birdie catches him dashing back though. And now Birdie's looking for more. He gets one, but bang, there to trade. But Birdie got two. Including that operator.
The man's do be peeking. He do be peeking every chance he gets.
I mean, he's set his team up in a advantageous spot, of course. But being dead now. Doggo's not going to find anything here. Knows at least the right side of mid is clear currently. How about Bang? Look at that positioning for Bang. Is pushed up in B main. Might have a chance.
Yeah, this could be. The timing is not good for Bang.
And now B is theirs for the taking. As rotations coming through. Let defender spawn, but OTW are going to be a little bit late in terms of defending the site efficiently. Dropping the spike and allow Sky to plant it. They're going to push through the while it's planning, but Gemma was ready in the corner.
Yeah, facing the wall, playing the anti-flash, and that actually sets him up with a showstopper here for this last round. This could be a very explosive one, no pun intended. Plenty of ultimates available for both teams. Seekers, showstopper, or is that a BSG? Showstopper also available for side on the way, along with the Jet Knives and the Cosmic Divide.
Yeah, those Seekers, that's why they gave the plant to Boltsy, I believe, there as well. Allowing to get the Seekers, as mentioned. So certainly that's going to come into play, but yeah, there is plenty of ultimate utility. And here comes the explosiveness off the bat, the showstopper all the way into screens. And it's just, if anything, to push them off. Gonna do damage, but hey, it's a zoning showstopper. So Gemmo in the heaven and finds the knives to the head of Jake. By Jake, that is.
Spike's not planted yet.
Yeah, Astro Wall is placed in the site.
They're kind of in trouble here. They're all stuck in elbow. Spike not down, no time.
Jake's gonna run through the knives, right click. No, Boltsy wins the duel first. Xander got terms though. And he gets Boltsy. And now it is just Vic. Again, the spike was never planted that whole time. But Vic, he's looking for frags.
He's gonna do a lot of work in the crossfire being held now. By on the way. It's gonna be very difficult to break.
45 seconds remaining. But looking like a 6-6 score line going into the second half is very possible. Very likely. Unless Vic, in some way, somehow, say something about it. If he gets a kill, dare I say an orb, then would have Astro Wall, but don't know how much he could do with that even.
Nice jump bait over there on the site.
Yeah.
Gives Bang a bit of an advantage peeking from the rafters there, and that will close out the first half here on Split. 6-6.
There we go. So yeah, bit of a claw back there from OTW. We look at that scoreboard, and you see it was a 5-2 at a point, but then 3 of the last 4 rounds going the way of OTW. It makes it that 6-6 score line. So of course, swapping sides now in the mirror match. The agents at least. And now we'll see how OTW plays on the attacking side. Because again, now we've got a couple examples now of BSG on the attacking side of this map throughout today. In the previous series and this one. Now, OTW haven't seen yet. You talked about that. And so it's kind of new for them. It's going to be a bit of a split strategy, at least in the pistol round so far. Dog on mid. They're going fast. Gemmo? No! Jake Grill. Nasty. Keeps going. All the way to A side. They've taken it now. Right clicking past screens. Jake Grill's just looking to do damage.
Really just like violence, speed, and momentum on display here. Non-stop motion for both teams on attack.
Yep. Bang. There you go. Birdie had no clue to life left, understandable. Dog hits J. Cruel, but he's got backup. Getting into the spot, Heaven takes some spray. He lands some shots, but Sherms will win the duel barely. He's gonna get healed up.
Still a heavy stack on the site to break, and there's also this nice flank by Xander.
One enemy
Lucky the jump through for Bolty though, and it's up to Bolty now. Trying to go for some more, but I click the knife and busted out. Jake Girl just charging at him. That's a team ace apparently. OTW 7-6.
Tried to get him with the sword there at the end. As expected, very fast-paced on the pistol round, and I don't expect any sort of tempo change here.
Well, again, we saw the Jet and the Rays go very fast up mid and almost mimicking what BSG was doing on their attacking side. But this is going to be a 5 push in a B main as they snake bite off of the peak there. The doggo through. And now they're going in fast. J-Cruel. Good execution so far. Bang finds Vic and Hell. Bolty, though, lands a nice shot from Heaven. Takes out Xander. Brock kills Verdi. And on this side, Sherm's trying to be sneaky. Ain't gonna work.
One enemy remaining.
Jemo gets gunned down as well, and Boltsy, final remaining member with the Sheriff, but way too much to do here. No more economic damage will come through. Pretty clean round for on the way.
All right, 8-6 OTW, but again, BSG now on the buys. And Vandals and Phantoms coming out. You see the crowd growing in size right there.
Nice to see everybody paying attention instead of playing Clash of Clans like earlier.
It's a big deal here. No, it's a fun match and obviously fun environment overall they have there at the venue. But here we are back into the game now. OTW up at 8-6, and they're making a play through B main once again. You see it here, Brock impatient in mid, but there's J-Cruel. So much more patient play from OTW. Of course, they understand that they're at the gun disadvantage this round. Oh, J-Cruel, that's not gonna stop him from flying in. Of course not. So Jemo. Already got J-Cruel, by the way, in the site, and now the Jemo is gonna get taken out with the utility in hand.
The nade does push them back though, so Verdi able to take up position in male. Will find one kill and dash out.
Bolty though, and now Verdi at 32 life. He's getting low and eventually killed, so that's going to be a Phantom pickup for OTW, and now Churm's in sight. Do they actually go to it? No, they're heading back. Trying to decide.
40 seconds to work with. I like this.
One enemy remaining.
Churms, ooh, he does find the timing though. Clean shot onto Stellar.
30 seconds left.
Bang is going for a little bit of a more roundabout approach. I wonder if he swings all the way to A. Yeah, it looks like that is the plan. Has just enough time to walk it there.
Interesting positioning from Astra. Vic is maybe expecting him to come from the attack spawn area.
I'm
sure,
okay,
I'm sure they're
well, yeah,
calming.
watching screens.
I'm sure they're calming that he's has not pushed the site, is not planting, clearly is going through the spawn at that point. It's a well-played recovery by BSG after that one almost slipped away from them.
Should I play some stuff?
Wins the long-range duel. Makes it 8-7 now. But of course, buys going the way of OTW this time. And J-Cruel late to buy gun, but buys one eventually. 4 Phantoms and a Vandal. Does have the full armor as well. No ultimates yet. Ulti is getting close. Needs one more for Seekers to be used. It's going to be a boom bot towards B main, but only one following it up. Like, Verdi is all the way back at the bottom of ropes. There.
Expecting pressure through the vents, potentially. Flash does not catch him.
Interesting positioning, really, because obviously that he knows the team they're giving up mid, so the likelihood that they may push through the vents and try to go into the A heaven side is very real, but They're not going to do so, at least yet, is OTW. Instead, they're working back towards B main. I'm going to deal with this Viper orb now.
Since one way from Bolty quite a bit. Or Churms, rather.
Oh, they have Viper Spit now, by the way. They were able to get an orb for it.
How is he alive?
Jacob, yeah, finally gets the kill. It took a while. And Xander gets Birdie over there mid, and he gets Bolty hiding in hell.
Yeah, great timing play from Xander there. He is winning them this round with that lurk. Perfect timing.
Bang. Great angle here. They enter through. Vic is going to look to do some econ damage. Same thing in Tajimo. Understand that this is a lost cause now. Doesn't look like they're going to head this direction, though. Instead, the whole team of OTW going to head out B main together. So, smart play.
And pretty important to hold on to these two rifles as well for BSG. I don't think their economy is looking too good for the next round, and obviously we're getting closer and closer to the end of the second half, on the way with a 2-round lead now.
(9-7) OTW. Again, they're up 1-0 in the series. Trying to close this out and become your Frag Valorant Major Philadelphia champions for this weekend event, but BSG has other plans, trying to force that map 3 on, make it happen. Verdi 17-4-1 stat line. On the other side, it's Bang up at 16-9-6. Looking pretty good. It's an A hit though, early on at least, coming out from OTW. Put the wall up. There is somebody in the site on the right. Bang. Sitting back. Now he's going out with the satchel of the showstopper. Sees in the back. Goes on the left side. Does some damage. Still with the rifle. Take out the site. But the ball, or the spike's behind them. Nobody took out the spike.
Uh-oh. That might be a bit of miscommunication.
No.
It might not matter, though, because it kind of feels like On The Way is hitting their shots right now, but also you have this big flank through middle.
No, it's gonna matter.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, well, maybe not. Never mind. It's not gonna matter. Okay. Wow. Bang got 4. I will say, if BSG happened to see the spike back there, they could have definitely played that round much differently. But obviously, they were unaware. I mean, they just figured that they were just late planning, whatever. They didn't really know.
One enemy remaining.
Bang looking clean there on the entry and the close for that round. So, like I said, closing in on the end of this particular map, On The Way, putting BSG on what looks like to be pretty much full eco.
Yep. Yeah, it is a true full eco, isn't it? It's just all classics. It is not often you see that. Okay, there's a sheriff bot. Oh, they're on a timeout, I guess, so. It's a tech pause once again, it looks like. That makes more sense. So now starting to make some buys, but with the timer paused, we'll see if it's a quick one or something else in play here. But yeah, OTW 10-7. It is going to be a safe round no matter what. Some sorts for BSG. As there goes the timer. Counting back down.
You know what I would love to see? You know how in like the World Series of Poker, when it's the last two players, they come and they just put the money in between? Let's bring that out for lands.
Oh
Just a
yeah,
giant,
like put it in the middle of the
pile
table
of
there,
cash
yeah.
that they have to stare at while they're playing for it.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, usually maybe like if they had a trophy for this event, that'd be fun. We got one of those for this one yet.
Just a rack of Richard Mille watches.
Sheep. Germs. Well, there you go. That's a Marshall kill. Finds a headshot, and now playing back, looking for another one. We'll put the orb down instead. Oh, it's pulled back with the star. Nice for Verdi. We'll find Brock.
Line shots through the smoke. Of course he's gonna chase these seekers, right?
Yeah, why not? No, he's not. Yeah, so Viper's Pit and Seekers and Knives, I mean, they're using a lot of utility, but it's a save route for them, and you know what? They're up 2 players, so worth it so far. This is a pretty obvious all the way to A rotation at this point.
30 seconds left.
We'll see. Flash out. Vic's in the sight. Vic, does he have a chance? Gonna peek it. Yes, he does. Lands one shot.
Great
and
shot.
Distraction allows Bolty to kill Bang. And now it's just
Like down. This one is pretty much over. Stellar could do a bit more damage though.
10 seconds left.
I think he could win this.
No, he doesn't have time to plant.
Shot in the head going down. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice the time. But either way, got 3 kills.
Give him another 30 seconds. Whole different ball game, but yeah.
Yeah. Nope. 10-8 now, so that's a thrifty round really of sorts for BSG. As they take that one, and again, a lot of ultimate utility, but still, win's a win. And now back to OTW though, they're still able to buy, and they now have Viper. Is that a Vipers? Or that must be a bug because it's even showing us if it's active. But anyway, they have knives as well as Astral Wall.
Oh, you're looking at the top. Yeah.
At the top there, yeah.
I dropped the spike.
Seen that UI bug before. Anyway.
Scout destroyed.
Work up mid. There's OTW. Bolt is in an aggressive position. Kill the walls. Too much of a barrier. So Gemmo got the kill on J-Curl, but Bang responds on a Verdi. Bang's gonna make sure to get out of there too.
Wrong buddy out.
Mid Carnage definitely sets up on the way to reset. They have a great position over at A. They could rotate towards. See the rotations for BSG coming towards B, so the timing could be very, very bad for the defense here.
Poison's off.
Yeah, there is no one at all on this side of the map for BSG currently. They are fairly committed towards this being a B play, maybe a mid play still sorts, but A not so much. It is completely left open. And if OTW goes very soon, then should be a free take. Unless Ojimo has something to say about it. He's gonna get here. Snakebite keeps him at bay though.
Yeah, and there's a great lurk through middle as well. This is looking like a pretty solid round for on the way. Xander down in hell.
Yeah, there's that lurk continuing now through mid, but meanwhile Vic gonna shoot from heaven. That flank and just keeping an eye on that. Coming up through ropes now. Brock holding elbow. The sight. There's one kill. Jimmo takes out Xander. Going for another. The showstopper's not going to get a kill, but gets some distraction. Churms will get Brock. Stellar's the last one standing, trying to hold now. They're defusing, can't get to it. Gets one, has to go for the second, but Churms comes off as it gets halfway and wins the round. That was a round for OTW to win for sure. And BSG takes it right away.
Very, very close. Well played from Churms to come off the spike for the trade there. Got awfully close. The flank looks so good from Stellar, but unable to find the perfect timing. Ended up in a 1v2 that he couldn't win.
OTW. You do have a Viper's Pit. It is official now. As well as the Astral Wall and Jet Knives once again. It's mentioned. There's an Astral Wall on the other side too. Let's have buys, and out come the knives as we're here. Verdi though, aggressive peek towards A main. Will they do this yet? Oh, but J-Curl with the knives is the victor.
A little too wide of a swing. He was super out there. No backup.
Look at Bolty. Bold hold here. Gonna flash out. Gonna get some information that people are still here. And that's a cosmetic divide favoring OTW. Cutting off Heaven. Showstopper as well. They need to take out Bull to the back, and they do just that with the Showstopper. Now Stellar, he gets peeked on though. Vic's not afraid. Unfortunately, he falls to the shot of Bang. Good job, Jimmo. On the outskirt. Waiting for backup.
What happens when this wall goes down? It's exposed.
Just like that.
Yep.
And you see Viper immediately turn around. Viper's like, okay, I'm not going. I'm gonna go over here and keep my gun. I like this gun. So it's gonna be a round for OTW. 11-9. Again, that starts with the knife kill from J-Curl on to Verdi. and allows the snowball to take place. They use Astro Wall, they use Showstopper, they use knives, but still, as we just talked about a couple rounds ago, I mean, hey, those ultimates are to use and get you some wins. He's gonna snake bite just in case.
Yeah, just in case. I have no idea where this Viper is. Just to be safe, you don't want to let a random round slip away that you don't need to.
Yeah, so smart heads-up play there. But in the end, it's 11-9 for OTW, trying to close this tournament out as your Frag Valorant Major Champions, Philadelphia. BSG. Gonna be a couple Sheriffs, a couple Phantoms. And Boltsy still figuring what he wants to buy. Oh, actually got a Force here. Vic does manage to get a Vandal, so good to go there. They don't want to play for OT. They want to play for the win.
Slow pace at the start of this round, trying to let J. Cruel work a pick here, potentially on the B side. That's a Viper utility in the way for now. Churms, let's be careful about getting a little too aggressive here. It's a great angle for J. Cruel to be holding.
Xander suspicious that somebody may be holding that close left angle. With a shoddy perhaps, but not the case. We'll check up mid. Realizing it's good.
I've seen some toes. Not sure.
It's one of those, I don't know if it showed up on the mini map for them or not.
True.
Might have.
Toxins poisons off.
Oh, look at Xander. That wall. It's coming down in a second. And okay, that's a bold play.
That's cool, actually. A little strafe jump peek through the smoke. And look at the rotations that it pulls out. You can see BSG, I think on the way, have kind of figured out that they will react very quickly to any information, and they're using it to their advantage. Also, Xander, incredible flank through the middle. No contest right now.
Vic threw down the Astral Wall, but they're already into the site, so not necessarily sure how much that's going to do in the end. But still 5 versus 5. Here we go. They're all in the screens area. They are clumped, baby. And they are going in soon. And that means the fire is going to happen. That's what I was worried about for the side of BSG, as they just get absolutely destroyed. Yeah, having all 5 players go screens like that.
No way that's going to work. You have to have having control if you're going to retake there. And they didn't even try for it, honestly. They just said all clumped in tiny little area, and against the likes of an Astra Sky arrays, that is just like assisted slaughter right there.
So now OTW certainly feeling pressure themselves as far as this could be it, trying to claim the championship title here of the Frag Valorant Major Philadelphia, and 1 round away from doing so. Opening shot from J. Cruel. Not gonna get anything there. As dealing with the snake bite now. Kinda, this is a different perspective of cast we got going. We got 3 screens we can watch. Okay, going into the site. Now they get the opening frag and looking to try to close it out now. 5 versus 4. Like Black going down. Birdie up top. Okay, lands 1 shot. The Bulldog. There we go. Full screen action.
4 versus 4, but you can tell the weaponry not so good for BSG. We saw the shorty go down on site. Bulldog being used. Birdie. Oh, Jujemo finds one with the nade.
Yep, it ain't over yet. BSG fighting strong. Actually have a player advantage currently. Trying for the defense. He's off immediately. Xander in the back lines him. Oh, Vic gets 2 though. It's a 1 versus 1. Stellar versus Vic. Yes! Vic will keep BSG alive and send it to round 23.
Never over when you think it's over. I mean, that transfer for Xander was gross, but Vic with the incredible Guardian play there, getting 3 right off the back, saving BSG's chances here on split.
Okay, I'm still on it.
Talk about just in the moment. I mean, I know he's not thinking about like the tournament or anything necessarily as far as like this is it. But Vic, just ice in his veins to land that shot and keep things alive. PSG, here we go. Come back for overtime. And that was on a very low eco round, too.
Yeah. I mean, they had a shorty, they had a bulldog, they had a guardian. Not by choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's not by choice. That was just by circumstance there. But speaking of still low economy, that was a Spectre in the hands of Viper. Still not even the most refreshed, but doing what they can. Meanwhile, J-Curl pushed up into mailroom. Looks like a B Heaven play is in the works. Oh, Vic's got a good angle here, though.
Hero last round. Can he do it again? The timing is not good, but he's gonna fall back.
Dang, peeking Raptors, and was looking down instead of on it. Jet jumping under the box with the smoke. J-Curl gets the kill on Vic. 30. Around with an operator in the back of the site. Oh, and he finds Xander. Trims will sit in the track. Stellar got Trims, but it's just Stellar now. Gonna be running up the rope. Cannot finish. And 11-12. We're going to round 24. Will it be OT or will it be OTW being tournament champions? We're going to find out.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that this is going, it's probably going to be OT, and I'm here for it. Been quite the map. Just when you think it is over, ESG clawing their way back into it.
Wow. The buys, take a look. Verdi has an operator once again. Ultimate status, Vic on Astra has the Astra wall. You also have a Viper's Pit, and yeah, it is going on mid. They're going to take total control of mid with this Viper's Pit. They have 3 players there, by the way. This is going to be a clash, perhaps.
This is very interesting setup. They have the operator over on B. Very aggressively positioned Jajemo on A, but the rotation is coming towards the Rays. Jajemo gonna have to do a lot of work here. Otherwise, on the way might find themselves a pretty easy spike plant.
Yeah, there is 0 utility at today's side, and that's, I guess, the downside of having Viper, you know, lock down this mid is, you know, can't do it on the A side as they're used to having.
Good flash.
Yep, infill there. Well, look at the other Viper mid. Just checking out that Viper's Pit.
Yeah, Xander has been very sneaky in these mid flanks, round after round.
Coltsy, the jump peek. There's
30 seconds
smoke
left.
coming out. They're gonna run through this, are they really? Wow. Yeah, they're gonna flash through, nade through, but they have a Heaven. So stopper from Jajemo. Now they're losing a teammate that gets some damage there, but not a kill with this. Xander found Sherms, by the way, in mid. Brock gonna get peeked on, but Stellar with a quick response. It's Vic and 1 teammate alive. Jajemo. The Viper's Pit in the A Heaven, gonna push out Vic onto the side, drops down, gets killed, and it's up to Verdi. Verdi's not gonna do it. GG, well played. OTW are your tournament champions. Here for the Frag Valorant Major, Philadelphia. What a run they've had, and looks clean doing so all throughout. This was definitely a challenge, but they are deserving of this title.
Absolutely. I mean, they just ultimately looked like the best team here. They were winning individual duels. They had some great team plays. We saw some really excellent lurks. Xander doing a great job on Viper there. The timing. And at the end of the day, the momentum just kind of fell off for the very explosive side of Booster Seat Gaming. And well, hats off to the champions.
Yeah, I see, of course, the great sportsmanship going on, especially at a LAN event like this. I'm sure they've been talking throughout, you know, having fun. And, you know, that's what I go back to. You know, the smack talk's one thing, especially during the game. You're kind of in the hype in the moment, but after the fact is usually the case of, you know, shaking hands, fist bumping, whatever you like to see when it's all said and done. But, again, Booster Seat Gaming, heck of an effort from them. This is a team we didn't really get to watch it all yesterday in the group stages, but we kept an eye on them. Obviously, they did very well in the group stages. They went undefeated. And all of a sudden, here they are in the semifinals going into today. And boy, did we get to see how they played. And 2-0 over Team Name initially looked very clean. That's why I said going into this, though, I really had no clue what to expect as far as predictions in the finals, but certainly OTW taking care of business there. But again, this is also one where we could easily be going to a game 3. It could have gone the other way. I mean, hell, we went into an overtime in the first map to double overtime, I should say, to a 13-11 on map 2. So anything could happen. And you love to see it. I mean, for an event like this, the fact that we got such a close finals, it wasn't just pure dominance by one team coming in, is, in my opinion, pretty cool.
Yeah, and I
sign
mean,
of a great event.
There was so much Valorant that was played over the last 2 days. These teams, it really did kind of like grind out the consistency. Whoever was there showing up, consistently hitting their shots, consistently executing, communicating the best is going to come out on top, because it really is just kind of like a marathon of a weekend of Valorant.
Yeah, I mean, you look back today and didn't have to play nearly as much to get to this point, only a couple of games, where yesterday, some of these players playing 10 to 12 games, depending, throughout the group stages, even the first round of the playoffs. We had the whole weekend combined. It was a lot of Valorant at a top tier level, competing here in the North American region. And if anything, again, hopefully a great experience for everyone involved, from the players to the spectators watching in person to the everyone, tuning in on stream. And I know we were entertained as commentators, so I believe as we're watching through the highlights right here, of course, and again seeing the reactions after the fact and fun back and forth banter happening. But yeah, this final round, Verdi trying to find something, 1 versus 4, impossible task for that, of course. And in the end, OTW victorious. But we are buying some time because I believe we're going to try to set up an interview, if I'm not mistaken, with one of the teams. So looking forward to that. With that said, we're going to start wrapping up on our end before we get to the post-game interview. Elevated, give you the chance. Anything you want to say before we do wrap up?
Just thanks to North Street Gamers for inviting us to cast here. Obviously, we've been involved in the Valorant scene since the very early days. We've done some First Strike casting, did some VCT casting. We both make content around the game, and it's just really nice to continue to get opportunities to enjoy the game as a caster instead of just as a spectator. So appreciate the opportunity, and it looks like a super fun event. Hopefully there will be many more to come, and maybe we'll even get there in person for the next one.
Yeah, would be fun. Absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, to echo that, Nurse Street Gamers, big shout out to them for having us on. And shout out to all the Observer, Pressy, and just the production in general. Too many names to name, but you know who you are. Obviously did a fantastic job throughout, and certainly a smooth experience on our end, and hopefully on your viewing experience end as well. It's a fun event to have. And first of, well, like I said, what we hope to be many more to come. And, maybe we'll get some information in the near future as far as what that's going to look like. But none just yet. So, yeah, thank you to you guys. And, with that said as well, as commentators, both you and I, like I said, make content looking to be aspiring casters in the scene. Definitely helps giving shout-outs via social media, whatever that may be. Certainly could help chances. And if you want to see more of us, let them know. That's that helps on our end too. So we do appreciate any love we get. And hey, if you have criticism, that's fine too. I'll take it. But I believe we are good for that post-game interview. So bye from us, but enjoy the post-game interview. And congrats one more time to OTW as your tournament champions.
Thanks so much, Breaky and Elevated. We're here with the desk, of course, with the lovely winners of Frag at the Block. Here's $7,500, the lion's share going to On the Way. I'm with Xander and Bang. And first of all, Bang, I got to start with you because this is your very first LAN experience. What was it like?
It was definitely a fun time. I actually didn't expect to win. There was obviously some signed teams here. We were just a plug team. We're a bunch of friends from Valorant, know each other in the scene. So it was really, really good time.
Yeah, and I want to ask you about that. What was the environment like for your team? Because obviously you've both played on more professional. You've played with TSM obviously before. And this one, a lot more fun, right? It's just a pug. How did that differ for your team environment?
No, for sure. We definitely just have, we just try to have fun, honestly. Even up there, I mean, the first, Sonics game, we try to, take it as serious as possible. We lost a round that we could be upset about, but we just decided to, go next, who cares, really? We just have fun, Yeah. And yeah, the environment just all about fun. No seriousness, but
Yeah, it was definitely a fun time. We just a lot of the rounds that we threw, we didn't get tilted over it because it was just a waste of time doing that. We didn't do any VOD review or any of that kind of stuff. We just plugged out most of it, and obviously his calling was definitely a big help.
Yeah, well, I'll continue on with you, but in that regard, right, this is a game that came very, very close. We have OT. We nearly have OT in the second game. In terms of your mental, were you guys okay with it? Was it the same pressure that you felt on online matches, or was it more intense here in person?
Honestly, for me, it felt the same as online matches. I'm going to be honest, but I don't know about Xander.
For me, yeah, no, it was honestly normal. Like, people think like the stage would just get you nervous, but it was more like just adjusting to like the setup and like even like the headphones and all that stuff. It was like squeezing my head, so like honestly I had to adjust to that and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it was just fun.
Yeah, well, obviously there was a lot of clutches back and forth throughout for your team. What would you say was your favorite moment of the match? Like for your first Valorant LAN, what are you remembering?
He got like a 3K, but we still lost a round. He got like a 3K on an eco, and with a deagle, that was like unreal.
Yeah.
I think I don't have a really good like great memory, but I just remember that we just started yelling after he did that. But you know.
Yeah, I definitely, that was a memorable moment. Honestly, the best part was winning. I'm gonna be honest. The very last second of the last round, we definitely like everyone jumped for joy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, what are you guys' plans now? You've won this LAN. Obviously, you're just a pug. Any fun plans with the winnings, or to just hang out with the boys for the rest of your trip out
Probably
here?
gonna hang out with the boys later on.
Yeah. I spent a lot to get here, so I'm gonna save my money. But
I think he's negative.
Yeah, I'm still in
Damn.
the negative. My flight was a lot of money, so all good.
Hey, well, at least you got the experience out of it. You got to actually come on into LAN. Before I let you guys go, I like asking this one to players. Was there an MVP of your team, in your opinion? Like, who was just performing out of your mind?
It was Bang.
Xander's edge yelling is just it's helped me a lot and helped everyone a lot, and definitely Xander.
He shot people really good.
No,
That's him. He got the MVP for
He
sure.
did shoot people pretty good. I can vouch for that one. But for you, what was it like calling for more of a pug? Because obviously, right, you've called again for some more structured rosters in the past. Was it just like we have these skilled players, let them loose, see what they can do, stick with that, or was it like really focusing in on trying to just like get a read on your opponents? Or what was your style going into it?
Yeah, I usually, I mean, when we played Sonics, I try to just read them. It's kind of hard to read like a more structured team, obviously.
Sure.
Like the pug teams can be like a lot more unpredictable as well. But yeah, no, it's hard to like on the fly call when you're like completely new team and stuff like that.
Sure.
Certain maps are like kind of difficult. Like we saw the bind. I think bind's really hard to call on the fly. But like maps like Haven, Ascent, like normal maps like with a mid, you know, it's easy to call on for me. But yeah, that's just my that's how I view it.
Yeah, well, it's good to hear a little bit of the insight. Before I let you two go, anything you want to say? We have the platform. Anyone to thank? Anything to kind of end things on here?
Thank you to my mom for letting me fly out.
Thank you, my dad, for driving me here.
Yeah.
11-hour away.
Is your dad here in the
No.
venue? Oh, okay. Well, we still appreciate to him and appreciate to you guys for being able to come out here and take this interview. And, of course, big congratulations to you and the rest of the OTW boys for taking the dub. For you folks back at home, we thank you so much for joining us throughout this weekend here in Philadelphia for, kind of the inaugural Valorant tournament here for Fragadelphia. I'm sure there is much more to come. But, anyway, the Fragadelphia brand, for you Counter-Strike fans, there's a LAN coming up in Chicago as well as some Winter Champs events. So always stay tuned to nerdstreet.com for all that information. You can also follow Nerd Street and Fragadelphia, both over on Twitter or any other socials. For one more time, we thank you folks for joining us. We thank our sponsors for making this possible and everyone back on the production side for keeping things nice and smooth. You folks have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time at Frag.